It's been a while since I brought you guys an enemies to lovers story. So here we go. Kara was about to get a second chance at love and also at life because she was stuck in a rut. Let's talk about it. So Kara is stuck bartending at night and teaching kids during the day. But this is a problem that can be solved with a hot director and a kiss. Anyway, I'm reconnecting with an old flame. Literally, this is the girl who made me famous. Elena Cruz, the director who gave me my first chance. Yeah, we were together briefly before she dumped me. I mean, destroyed me, actually. And I haven't seen her in 2 years. I haven't even allowed my friends to tell me anything about her. There was a part of me that wanted to know how she was doing, but most of me wanted to hold on to my hatred for her. Well, now Elena's back in town, and I'm gonna figure out exactly why. She's here. 2 years ago, she left me heartbroken and blacklisted in Hollywood. But before all that, well, we had something real, or at least I thought we did. My entire career was a dream come true. I worked hard for every step, every audition, every small role until I landed the lead in my very first feature. Elena was the best director I'd ever worked with, but she was also terrifying. She pushed me beyond anything I'd ever done, which led to some amazing performances, but also several screaming matches. There was always a fine line between brilliance and insanity. While everyone else saw a visionary, I saw a woman teetering on the edge. But there was something else between us, too. A palpable chemistry that crackled on set. Off set, Lena would flirt with me between takes, whispering lines of encouragement close to my ear, touching me in ways that lingered long after she walked away. I fell hard and fast, completely in love with her. In fact, I don't think I've ever felt anything even close to the way I felt with her. Elena was sunshine and storm clouds, warmth and ice all at once. She made me ache in ways I never knew I could. So imagine my surprise when rumors began to spread that we were together. What surprised me even more was Elena's reaction. She denied it instantly. She called me naive, unprofessional, accused me of inventing the whole thing for attention. To say the press tore me apart is an understatement. Photos of me leaving her hotel suite were splashed across every entertainment site. Tabloids printed lies that I'd thrown tantrums on set, that I was difficult to work with. And just like that, everything changed. And it got worse when my agent handed me a contract and asked if I was ready to sign my next big project. I stared at the paper and said, "What?" She sighed, pinching the bridge of her nose. "You were dropped by your agency. You had one job, Kara. All you had to do was sleep with her, and they would have written it off as a publicity stunt. But you said no. And now you're wondering why you're not getting any calls." I spent the next few months licking my wounds, refusing to beg for work, waiting for anyone to offer me a shot. But as the weeks passed, my savings dwindled, bills piled up, and I had to swallow my pride and call in favors. Before I knew it, I was bartending on weekends to make ends meet. Eventually, I took a theater gig in a small seaside town, far away from the bright lights of LA. I taught drama classes to kids during the day and tended bar at night. It wasn't glamorous, but at least I could breathe without the shadow of Elena Cruz hanging over me. Now, 2 years later, she was standing in my apartment, wasted and asking for another chance. "You hate me," she said, looking around my tiny apartment, taking in the mismatched furniture, the worn-out couch. "I ruined it all. Everyone hates me." She laughed bitterly. "They do, though. They really hated you? They printed lies about me that destroyed my career. My last 3 movies flopped. The studio won't touch me. No one will hire me. You think I didn't pay the price? You think I didn't suffer? I challenged. You want to know what it was like for me? How I spent 2 years wiping down bar tops, watching other actors get the parts I wanted. How I woke up alone, wondering if I'd ever work again. Her eyes widened, and for a moment, I saw vulnerability in them. Pure and open like I had never seen before. Oh, God, I never meant to hurt you. I was scared of what loving me or admitting you weren't perfect. Both, she whispered. You think I haven't spent the last 2 years hating myself. You think I haven't deserved everything I've gotten. I have. But I need you to know that I loved you. I do still love you, and I'm sorry for what I did. I'll do anything to take it back. She reached for my hand, and I let her. I'll admit, I struggled with the desire to rip my hand away and scream at her to leave, but I also felt a flicker of hope. Maybe she really was sorry. Maybe she was as lost as I was. Maybe, just maybe, we could find our way back to each other. But what is it she wants? Forgiveness. Another chance. My heart. Well, I had a few demands. First, I needed honesty. I needed to know that she wouldn't lie to me again, not even for her career. Second, I wanted a clean slate. No more secrets, no more half-truths. Third, I wanted her to stay. She could move in. We could start over. You won't regret this, she whispered, pressing her forehead against mine. I promise. And with that promise hanging in the air between us, I agreed. Turns out, Elena hadn't been honest with me, but she made good on her promise to stay. So I couldn't begrudge her that. She cooked dinner, helped me with my homework. She was patient when I went back into therapy. She faced her demons with me, sat through all my breakdowns, and somehow we started to build a life together. It was tentative at first. Me waiting for the other shoe to drop, bracing myself for the inevitable lie, but as weeks turned into months, I found myself letting down my guard, letting her in. Then she finally came clean about her past, her mistakes. She opened up to me about being an addict, about losing her parents in a car accident when she was 16 and growing up in foster care, about the insecurities she hid under sharp words and cutting remarks. Suddenly, the pieces clicked into place. Her temper, her fears, her addiction. I understood better. I knew that underneath the armor, she was just a scared little girl trying to keep herself from breaking. If you didn't love me, I asked her one night, as we lay tangled together, you would have walked away a long time ago. Why are you here? She traced patterns on my skin, her touch feather light. Because I loved you and I screwed it up. And I know I don't deserve a second chance, but if you let me, I promise I won't waste it. I knew she was giving me her all, not holding anything back. And I loved her fiercely for it. The day I let her in again, I had forgotten just how much I loved her. But it wasn't until she bared her soul to me, showing me the depths of her pain and the heights of her passion, that I truly realized I was falling in love all over again. I didn't hesitate when I finally told her, I love you, Elena Cruz. And when she whispered back, I love you too, Cara, I knew our story was only just beginning. Okay, I'm happy to report that these two are okay. It took a lot of work, a lot of trust building, and a lot of honesty, but these two seem to be on the right track now. Anyway, I'm curious, have you ever taken a chance on someone who had hurt you in the past? Do you think you'd be willing to forgive them drop a comment so we can talk about it. Thanks so much for tuning in today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.